Good evening, friends, followers and channel members. What a lovely evening it is here in Montreal. We can just see the sun starting to slip away, so it's going to be a night flight to Madrid. Big welcome to everybody in the chat, and big welcome, of course, as always, to our channel members. Good evening, Lewis, Simon, Nick, Chris, and Dark as well. RP Beastie, good to see you too. And Nick, it's been a while since I think we've managed to fly along together, isn't it? That pesky work now getting in the way as the world slowly starts to open back up here in the UK at least. For how long? We'll soon see. Brian, good evening as well. So, as you can see, we are in Montreal. We are on VATSIM, and I'm unsure actually if we've got any air traffic control. I think Marseille Centre is online. I think they will control Montreal. We might just have to tune in and find out. Wayne, good evening as well. Hope you're well. So let's have a look. So tonight we're flying. They've just switched on the lights. Someone's popped a coin in the meter here at the airport. I've just seen the aircraft light up. That's great. I've never seen that happen before. That's brilliant. How realistic. So let's have a look then, and let's just pull the Navigraph charts up, see what is happening. The operational flight plan, I'm going to pop into the chat for you here on YouTube if anyone wants a copy of that to be following along with. And it's a little bit interesting in that I think things have changed somewhat since the operational flight plan was changed. Danny, did I say Montreal? We're not in Montreal. Slip of the tongue. It's been a long day. Do you know what? Actually, no, it's not. It's been a long 10, 12 days. Well, the kids have, the big one's finally gone back to school today, and boy, I'm feeling it. So yeah, most certainly not in Montreal. So let's have a look. We have got. We're hoping to depart Montpellier, not Montreal, Montpellier. Looking runway 30 right, expecting the Papa Golf 6 November departure. And then when we get to the other end, originally I think the OFP has us down as coming on runway 18 right. I think runway 32 right is now in use, so quick change for that as well, but we'll pop that in and see how we get on. I don't know if we've got any sort of ATIS or air traffic control online in Spain at the moment, but we can actually go in and check. So let's get some ground services first of all, shall we? Have we got any knocking about? Oh, that's a shame. I actually don't think we do. Oh, never mind. But never, here in the sim they're there. So let's get the batteries on, and we'll get the power. Have a look at our dashboard. Pull this in. This will give us the latest METAR. So what have we got here in Montreal? I've just said Montreal again, haven't I? Seriously, I've got that on my brain now. Thank you. 1017 at Montpellier. 1017. And the wind's 250 at 5. Yeah, so that's why we probably got that runway change. So that all looks good and fine. So with regards to any ATIS information, let's have a look. If we go to the AOC menu, and we can have a look to see if there is any ATIS knocking about for Madrid. So we'll just pop that in there, and that will come back. We'll leave that to sort itself out just whilst we get started. So we'll get the crew supply on, ground control, do the CRV test, and then we'll start getting those ears aligned. There we go. Get the nav lights on, as well as the passenger signs. Get the overhead panel lit up. We'll leave the fuel pumps off for the moment until refueling is complete, and then let's come down, set the QNH 1017, and anti-skid is all set as well. Let's just come down here and check switching panel, guard frequency 121.5. Check all these just here. We need to get that turned on. Thrust levers, spoilers, etc. Everything where it should be. And then we'll come up to the FCU 1017. Let's get that turned up as well, shall we? A little bit dark. And let's then get flight directors 1 and 2. Oh, that's not quite right. 1017. There we go. Flight directors all on. Glare shield is set. Down to the instrument panel. Get those on. Get the ECAM turned up. That company message has come through, so let's see if we've got any ATIS for Madrid. If we just go back, we can check that. Not available, so at the moment it looks like there wouldn't be any. At the moment there's no air traffic control there, so fair enough, that's okay. So we'll leave that for a moment. Iris alignment in about 7 or 8 minutes. All systems are on normal there on the ECAM. So let's have a look at fuel. Let's just see if I get the operational flight plan and just have a look what the weather is planned on doing in Madrid once we get there. Destination airport. So what do we have? Wind 206, but variable. Cav okay, no significant changes. Between 11 and midnight, 12, so still variable. Cav okay. Potential thunderstorms and a probability of 230 at 10. A light probability then of some gusts coming in and some thunderstorms, but probability 30 means that it's probably not too much of a threat. We've probably got a bigger threat of holding actually. Oh, what happened there? Not quite sure. So what's our operational flight plan giving us for the fuel? So plan block fuel is 5.3 tons. If we take 6 tons, we shouldn't have any problem with that. So let's load in 6 tons of fuel. If we can get that anywhere close, there we go. Set that to real time, and we're now refueling in 6 tons. And once that's now all sorted, we shall start letting the passengers on board.
Cabin crew, we're all happy with how things are up here, so you can now open the doors and start letting our passengers on board. Thank you.
No problem.
So doors are opening, passengers are starting to board. Chalty, good evening, sir. Hope you are well. Good to see you. Right, let's start setting up, shall we? My phone keeps binging away. Goodness knows what's happening there. Just 1 second. I thought I'd muted all of that because it was rather annoying. Pop that on silent. It's actually on the checklist, the official checklist. Mobile phone does need to be turned off, but I've not got to that part of the checklist yet, so it doesn't matter. That's still binging away. Right, down to the McDo. Let's get our information pulled in from SimBrief. So they got 1 hour 13 minutes our flight, and refueling is currently underway. Let's have a look at our weights and balance for this trip. So we know we're taking 6 tons of fuel, and the operational flight plan, which I've just sent you guys, confirm this. 60,744 is all fine. Zero fuel weight 57.7. Zero fuel weight center of gravity 30. That's fine. 161 passengers. So we'll get that loaded in. There's our gross weight. That'll be currently increasing, however, as we add fuel. Right, so onto the data page. Aircraft status check. Got the correct engines shown. Valid AIRAC cycle for another week or so. And let's get our uplink from headquarters. Uplink in progress. So the alternate tonight is where is that? Lima Echo Victor Charlie. Is that Valencia? Lima Echo Victor Charlie. And the call sign this evening is Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Cost index of 8. Cruise level 350 minus 53. It's showing 51. That's fine. Tropo 38,000 feet. Again, that's pretty accurate. Happy to leave that. So the flight plan then. Departing runway 30 right. And we're expecting the... which one is it? Oh, I forget the charts. I have to reload back in every time I do this. So it's the Papa Golf 6 November. There it is, Papa Golf 6 November. Let me just pop that over here, and then we can keep the charts on while we program the flight plan. There it is, Papa Golf 6 November, and insert. And then the arrival after that is, in fact, one thing I just want to check. We've got after the departure, we've got Papa Golf there, and Foxtrot Juliet Romeo. I just need to check that it will not. It was not going to try and turn us around back to that. I think that might just be a little bit of a coding error, but we'll check that in a moment. So the arrival then, we're now expecting a different arrival. It's going to be 32 right, so ILS 32 right Zulu, 32 right Zulu, and that's going to be using the Tersa 2 Zulu, I believe that is. Yep, Tersa 2 Zulu. And that is via Tobec. And if we just go onto the ILS Zulu, we should find that just there, the initial approach fix, Tobec. And insert. Wonderful. So 399 miles, and I've got 465 miles on the flight plan. That's okay, because we have changed it slightly. We're now actually getting a slightly shorter route. Before we had to come all the way down here and then back up and around again. So that's why we've actually cut some track mileage on. Oh, actually, it's actually jumped up now a lot closer, 454. So that's looking even better. Okay, so that's all right. Bonjour, HD. Hope you're well. Please don't make me speak French. My French is terrible, as is my attempt at a French accent. Dr. Magic, good evening. Hope you're well. Tally Johnson, good day. Simon and Hyacinth, welcome, sir. Thank you very much for joining the Easyjetsimpilot channel. And I know you're on a few flights now, so big thank you for continuing to support us. Great to have you on board, and that means you'll get free cabin crew service on all our flights now. So thank you very much for that, Hyacinth. Okay, so this, yeah, don't take too much, pay too much attention to this routine. It looks a little bit strange around here, but I'm going to check that on the navigational display in a moment. The charts that we've got up are the main thing just here, and they're shorting. They're showing all right. HD, the arrival should be by Asmin. It says there. However, for some reason, I couldn't actually find that waypoint. We can double check. So 32 right, and it is the Tersa 2 Zulu. 32 right Zulu unless... Yeah, there's the initial approach because there has been coming in from the other side. But let me just pop this in, make sure I get this correct. 3, 2, right, Zulu. And then it is the Tursa 2 Zulu arrival. Pop that in again. Tursa 2 Zulu. And I haven't got anything in the database other than Torbeck. So I'm wondering if it will bring us in automatically by Asbin, just the way the navigation database works, and then it will bring us in. In fact, if it brought us in by Torbeck, it's going to be slightly wrong, isn't it? Let me have a look. If I just come up and if we insert that, let's insert that, then scroll through the flight plan, see what it gets us. That's normally my gross paranoia check, is to have a look through the flight plan and see what it's giving us once I've entered it. Let's scroll through. Oh, there it is. I think, yeah, look, it is there. Asbin is there, but it's considered it part of the star rather than part of the final bit of approach. So Asbin is there, that's fine. And actually then, that looks spot on, doesn't it? Okay, happy to go with that then. So we'll just pop that into nav mode. Okay. So on the RadNav page, then the only thing that I would need to pop in there, I shouldn't have closed the charts down, should I, while I was still doing this. But the only thing I would need to probably pop in there just for a bit of situational awareness is the Foxtrot Juliet Romeo VOR, and again, I'm not pronouncing that. What is it? Forgois, something like that. Don't listen to me. So there's the VR one. Let's have a look at the minute B page. 77 is correct. 32.1. And our trip wind is a headwind. Never seen one quite so low. Headwind of 1. How negligible. Fuel planning. So we're taking 6 tons. That's suggesting 5. That's fine. Let's just go ahead. Is that all loaded in now? There it is. So let's confirm that. 6.0. Enter that in. Takeoff weight of 63.6. The alternate is 1.3 tons, so just slightly over. There we go, and that gives us an extra 32 minutes flying time, which is fine. Hopefully we shouldn't need that. There is the potential, a minor potential for those thunderstorms building in Madrid, but the probability wasn't very high, so we're more concerned with be more concerned with holes and things like that. So that's the init B page sorted. Let's have a look at the performance pages. So what do we have? Well, we've got a transition altitude here at Montpellier. Oh, I wish these charts would just stay where I'd put them rather than having to reload in. Transition altitude then is 5,000 feet. Our initial climb on this departure. Does it actually give us an initial climb on this one, or is it via ATC? Might be via ATC. There's nothing on there to give us a initial climb, so we'll contact ATC in a moment and see what they want. Flex of 65. Ah, thank you, HD. Let's get the transition altitude in. So that's 5,000 feet. Notice a bit of departure 1 just here, and actually it's a bit more specific than that. They say 1,500 and 3,000. So airport elevation is 17, so it's going to be 1,517, and then it's going to be 3,017. Engine out acceleration will change as well. Okay, round it up. 3,020. Flaps 1. HD has kindly provided a flex temp for the takeoff weight that we have. Oh, Oh, I told you it had been a long day. Let's try and put it in the correct field, shall we? Flaps 1, flex, takeoff temp 65, and the V speeds 135, 131, and 130. Okay, so there we are. That's the performance all set. Let's talk about our briefing for departure. So we're currently standing at Delta 7. We're going to push back facing east, southeast. Then we'll taxi up via Mike onto Tango, and then down Tango all the way to runway 30 right. After departure 30 right, then we no turn before 420 feet, left hand turn, and then follow the routing around, and that takes us straight out then to the Perpignan VOR. So other things to be aware of then with regards to the departure, quite obviously the weather, and the weather is actually really nice here, so no concerns with that. Aircraft, as we're already aware, is the type A320 Neo. I've got one of my thrust levers, it's not my thrust lever, it's my spoiler lever, is having a bit of a malfunction. I'm not quite sure what's going on there. Need to call a mechanic. Just checking the upper ECAM, make sure that's set. There we go, that's okay. Yeah, so the weather's fine here, and we're below the maximum landing weight, so if you had a problem after departure, non-censored engine out procedure, thanks HD, at 7.2 miles from the Fox Juliet Romeo VOR, which we now have, then we would make a right-hand turn to SBIG and hold. Now here's the magic question. Is SBIG shown on the chart? Let's find out, shall we? Right-hand turn to SBIG. No, it's not shown on the standard instrument departure chart, so that's annoying. Let's have a look if it's an obvious place on here. It's going to be one of those daft ones, isn't it, HD, that's going to be really difficult to find. You can actually search for it, actually, can't we? What is it? ESPIG. Find that. And there's the SPIG holding pattern. That's it. So I turn to SPIG, and off we go. Ignore the departure here as well. The routing showing the winds have changed, so we're departing 30 right, and not the other way. Other things to be aware of then. The threats around this airport. We do have terrain to the north of the airport, which is why we have an immediate left-hand turn following our departure. Minimum safe altitude is going to be 2,300 feet. And yeah, that's about it. Let's have a look and just see then what we've got with regards to air traffic control. Now, I believe Marseille is the one we'll have to contact, 12465, if they control this area. Not too familiar with how the French airspace works here on VATSIM. 12465. We'll give them a call in a couple of minutes, so let's just shut that down. I believe all passengers are now on board as well. I think I heard the clicks coming in which case refueling has now completed. Let's get the fuel pumps turned on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and start that APU. Give that a couple of seconds to fire up. There we go. We can also get the seatbelt signs on. Make sure the passengers start to buckle up.
Hi, yeah, we're just about set up here, so we're happy for you to close the doors once everyone's on board, and we'll get going. Thank you.
underway, but we're almost done. It shouldn't take much longer.
So something that I've just noticed on the navigation display, we've got the VOR here at the airport included in our standard instrument departure. Not sure why. It shouldn't be. So can we just actually get rid of that? Basically, it should be a turn almost direct to Fox Juliet Romeo. Can we clear that out, or will it not allow us to? Oh, there we go. That's better. Insert that. Right, so get those doors closed. APU is firing up. APU is available actually, so get the APU bleed on. Let's just give ATC a call and see if they're going to contact
Captain. Everyone is now
controlling
on board and we're all set
Montpellier.
back here. Doors are closed and everyone is seated.
Excellent.
Check that frequency. 12465. Marseille Control, good evening. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike on the ground at Montpellier. Just checking, are you controlling us at Montpellier this evening?
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, yes, affirm.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike requesting Ifr Clearances filed to Montpellier, type A320 Neo, and we're at stand Delta 7.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, you're clear to destination Madrid via the Papa Golf 6 November departure runway 30 right. Initially climb flight level 70 and squawk 5610.
Clear for the Papa 6 departure from runway 30 right, and can you just repeat the squawk please for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike?
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, squawk is 5610.
5610 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
And 34 Alpha Mike, readback is correct, call back ready for push.
We'll call Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, and do you have an initial climb for us as well please?
Flight level 70, 34 Alpha Mike, break, Air France 120, hotel runway 31 right, clear to land, the wind is 310 degrees at 12 knots.
31 right, clear to land, Air France 120, hotel, thanks.
Marseille Control, good evening. Virgin 15 Alpha at Montpellier. Type A320, stand Delta 4, request IFR clearance to Madrid.
Within 15 Alpha, bonsoir, stand by, call you back to number 2. Break, Skylink 17, ready to copy clearance?
Ready to copy, Skylink 17.
Skylink 17, clear to destination via the Sodri 6 Alpha departure runway 04 right. Initially climb flight level 100 and squawk 1000.
Okay, so the clearance matches up. Let's start running the before start check. And HD, did you just know that initial clearance, or have I missed something on the departure?
Marseille Control, bonsoir, France Soleil.
Couldn't see where it said flight level 70 here on the chart.
Route niveau 270, France Soleil 111.
So unless that's me misreading something, or missing something. Either way, we have it now. That's the main thing. Right, well, we run the checklists. I'll just mute air traffic control.
Cabin crew, what about ready for flags? If you follow the door and cross check, thank you.
Okay, so let's disconnect external power and before start checklists. So our cockpit preparation checks are complete. Signs are on and auto. It is check. We've got our 3 nav green and fuel quantity 6 tons. Check loaded, balanced. FMGS is all set. Altimeter 1017. Check that's current as well, which it is. Wonderful. So, happy with that. We've done our departure briefing. Let's call the tug, and then we'll get us some pushback clearance as well. It's going to be an invisible tug tonight, I'm afraid, guys. We'll have to just imagine that that he's there. Right, so before we go any further, let's get our clearance.
Can express to the Fox shot, descend at your own discretion. You now live in my airspace. Unicom 28. Bye bye. Changing to Unicom 1 to the decimal lane. Thanks for the service. Bye bye.
Marseille Control, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, stand Delta 6 at Montpellier, ready for push and start.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, push and start approved, go for taxi.
Push and start approved, thank you Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, so the before start checklist.
Heading 17, start push approved, go for taxi.
Let's go through those flows. And then we can release the parking brake, run the before start checklist, and check the windows and doors are closed, ecom status checked, rotating beacon light is turned on, mobile phone is, well, muted, not turned off but muted, and parking brake, release, back we go.
Virgin 15 Alpha, push and start approved.
Push and start approved, Virgin 15 Alpha.
On the flight deck this morning, let me welcome you on board this Easyjet aircraft as you settle in for what we hope is going to be a most enjoyable flight. The weather today doesn't look
France 2558, on est prêt au repoussage sur les 8 Charlie.
throughout the duration.
2558, repoussage approuvé.
Making that last preparation.
On repousse 2558, merci.
By getting yourselves sat down, your seatbelts fastened, and make yourselves nice and comfortable.
Madrid Control, Rotate 577, good evening, flight about 370.
Pre-flight check, so
Rotate 577, bonsoir, flight
please give the cabin crew your full attention as they go through the safety.
That looks problematic, doesn't it?
Much appreciated. So on behalf of myself and
I'm
first
outside,
officer,
Cesar
I'd like to
180,
say
good.
thank you for choosing Easyjet today, and we'll
Quebec 1880, push and start approved according to the other aircraft. Call me back when ready for taxi.
Roger, we're the other guys back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now ask for your attention while we take you through the safety procedures on this aircraft. A safety card is in your seat pocket showing the exit routes, oxygen masks, life jackets and brace position that you must adopt if you hear brace, brace. There are 2 emergency exits at the rear, 4 in the middle, and 2 at the front of the cabin. Floor lights guide you to the exit. Please be aware that the rear section may be behind you. In an emergency, please
Bonsoir, you're clear to destination via Papa Golf 6, standard departure, runway 30 right.
and release as
Initially
shown.
climb at level 70,
It must be
scope
fastened when the
560.
seatbelt signs are on, and we recommend that you keep it fastened at all times.
If the
If the air supply fails, masks drop from above you. Hold a mask towards you to start the oxygen. Put the mask over your nose and mouth. Hold in place with a strap. Pull on each side to adjust.
345, could you say
Put
again
on your own
the
mask
seatbelt?
before helping others. If we land on water, take the life jacket from under your seat. Put it over your head. As the tapes around your waist.
Yes, Papa Golf 6 level, that's correct. Initially climb at level 70 and scope
Do
560.
not inflate it inside
Correction.
the aircraft.
Scope 5606.
When outside, inflate by pulling the toggle. If it fails to inflate or needs topping up, blow into the tube. There's a light and whistle for attracting attention.
345,
We
reback
also
is
carry
correct. So back
flotation
to
aids for
push.
children. Your tray table is now stowed, armrest down, window blinds open, and seatbelt fastened. We wish you a pleasant flight with Easyjet.
For
So I'm just waiting now for engine 2.
The 5665, bonsoir, you're clear to destination via the Papa Golf 6 November departure, runway 30 right. Initially climb flight level 70 and scope 5614.
And there we go. So, engine mode select to norm. ground control can come off.
Flight brake control
APU
1478,
off.
contact with radar 134.325, bye-bye.
And then spoilers, rudder, flaps 1, set the trim,
Scanning 17, taxi to holding point 31, runway
and the
04
after
left.
start checklist. Anti-ice is off. Ecam status checked.
Control 1478.
Pitch trim is
copy.
32.1 and rudder trim is 0.
Control 1478. Control 1478,
So
contact with
pushback
radar
is now
134.325,
clear. We'll get
bye-bye.
taxi clearance in
134.325, bye.
a moment. And we've already briefed we're expecting to go.
Stand by 345.
Standby, EC345.
Marseille Centre, Alpine 35 Mike is ready for taxi.
Alpine 34, Alpha Mike, taxi to holding point runway 30. Right, correction.
Taxi holding point for runway 30 right, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Okay, so flight control check. Full left, full right, neutral,
clear to
full up,
destination via the
full down,
Papa Juliet,
neutral, rudder,
November,
full right,
initial
rudder, full left,
altitude 7000,
neutral.
squawking 5614.
Taxi lights on.
This is Papa Golf 6 November departure and initially climb flight level 70, flight level 70.
And let's move.
Destination via Papa Golf.
So left here
November,
on to Mike.
Initial
I can't
altitude,
take
flight
the
level
taxiway a little bit further
70,
down
Squawking 5614 for G565.
as the wingspan of the aircraft is too large.
This is correct, call back ready for push.
HD30 left would have been tight, yeah. I just guessed until he corrected himself. I presumed we were doing 30 right. I'm not quite sure we'd have made it off 30 left.
Marseille, Virgin 15 Alpha, ready for taxi.
Virgin 15 Alpha, taxi to holding point runway 30 right, your number 2.
Taxi to holding point 30 right, number 2, Virgin 15 Alpha.
France Soleil 111 avec Eurocontrol 135-250, bonne soirée.
135-250, bonne soirée, merci beaucoup, France Soleil 100.
So this is a taxi all the way to the end of the runway, right the way down at Tango 1. For anybody that has the charts.
Contrôle 35-25, merci pour Soleil, bonne soirée, au revoir, fin de poste, c'est quand même salement.
Okay, so performance check QNH 1017. Let's check that's still current. It is, that's fine. So flex temp is okay. Engine out procedure is a left turn. Sorry, it was actually a right turn, wasn't it? I might have to check in a bit more detail with you on that, HD, after the stream. But I know that's certainly not. Hopefully, shouldn't be an issue this evening. But we will be landing back here runway 30 right if there was a problem. The departure matches will go the FMGC, and our initial climb is flight level 70.
Turn to easy rise to 65, ready for pushing start.
3565, stand by, call you back.
Nice contrôle, Sibéria 687, bonsoir monsieur.
Sibéria 687, bonsoir de Marseille Contrôle identifié.
It's a little bit bumpy at this taxiway. They've got some potholes to fill in, haven't they? HD, so it'd be a right turn regardless. Forget the SID and just make a right turn if you have that engine out straight away. Fair point, that makes sense, thank you.
Push and start through.
Before takeoff checklist then, to the line, flight controls have been checked, departure briefing confirmed, flap setting config 1, FMA takeoff data 130 blue, 135 magenta, climb nav blue. Hey guys, hopefully I may be back with you now. Let me know if you can see me. Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if all is looking good. And we'll get out of here. Right, strobes. We're about ready to depart. Let's get that set. Get that set. All's looking good there. We're not on VATSIM at the moment. And that's fine. So I just need to run through a couple of checks, make sure all of that is set. FMA takeoff data all looks good and the same. Let's ensure transponders, TCAS, TARA, weather radar, all of that. Predictive wind shear is turned on. We've got flaps. We need to check the trim is well, the trim should be pretty much the same. 30, spot on. There it is. Oh, let's get to Madrid. Right. Packs off. Lights on. Before takeoff checklist. Cabin is secured. Engine mode select norm. TCAS, TARA packs off. Anti-ice off. Oh, let's go. Takeoff. Start the chrono. Release the parking brakes. And let's catch everybody else up who is on VATSIM, shall we? And see if we make it. Sound. Set takeoff thrust. Man flex. SRS. $80 knots. Yeah, dark. I know I've still got that. I'll ignore it. 100 knots. V1 and rotate. Positive rate, gear up, nav. Now we can make that left hand turn. And another 100 feet or so we should get climb thrust. Thrust climb. Keep that pitch there though, as it is. A noise abatement 1 departure. Pack 1. Let's get the autopilot on to reduce the workload. Autopilot 1 now engaged. Pack 2. Set standard pressure. Flight level 070 blue. And we can connect with VATSIM. That is fantastic. Let's go ahead. That's really, really kind of them. Call sign is Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, and we're connecting back in now. One 12465. And just keeping an eye on the speed. There we go. Flap 0. Spoilers. Marseille Centre, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, back with you on our clear departure, passing 5,500 feet for flight level 70.
Is it 34 Alpha Mike, nice to hear you again, Squawk 5610.
Squawk 5610 for 34 Alpha Mike.
34 Alpha Mike, by the way, you're clear to climb flight level 350.
Clear flight level 350 as well for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. .350 blue, and let's just get that squawk in there. 561
Liberty
0.
5080, radar vectoring for RNP Delta, approach runway 22 right, continue present heading and call you back.
Continue present heading for radar vectoring for runway 22 right, Air Liberty 5080.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Alpine
please keep your
34 Alpha
seatbelt
Mike,
fastened
direct
while
to
the seatbelt
Albert.
sign is on.
Direct to
We recommend
Albert,
you keep your
Alpine
seatbelt
34 Alpha
fastened
Mike.
whenever you are seated. Toilets are located at each end of the cabin.
Super bien, Mike, bravo,
Remember that
autorisé
smoking
à
is
arriver à
not permitted
17
at
Romeo.
any time. This includes e-cigarettes.
Not only have they let us join back in, they're also giving us shortcuts as well. What a controller. And that's 10,000 feet. Let's get the lights off.
Liberty 5080, descent flight level 80.
Descent flight level 80, Air Liberty 5080.
Simon, thank you very much, sir, for your €2 donation. And Simon says thank you for the extra work and effort. No problem at all. I was obviously doing that as fast as I can to get us back in, and we need to really congratulate the guys on VATSIM for letting us come back in as we have done. That's really, really good of them. So that all appears to be working nicely. Fingers crossed we shall make it to Madrid. We should be there in about just over an hour, I believe. Get the tablet turned back on. I didn't mess around with the tablet on the ground whilst we were trying to get back in there. It was almost seamless, that, wasn't
Lot
it?
8577, you now live in my airspace, Unicom 228, bye-bye.
Unicom 122 8577, thanks.
What I can potentially do for anyone wanting to watch the video back at a later date is go in and just chop the video out, edit that little delay, and then yeah, it should be a normal length stream.
Air Liberty 5080, please confirm present heading, continue present heading for now.
5080 was your previous heading, but no problem, turn left heading 090.
Swedish Air, no problem, my friend. Glad to be here. I missed it yesterday. We didn't do any flying yesterday. HD, you missed the takeoff. To be fair, it was, well, let's just say it was a little bit rushed. That said, you were quite right in the flight plan sequence itself quite nicely, because I didn't remove that waypoint. I didn't remove the VOR, so it was fine. It was nice. And VATSIM let us reconnect, which is really, really kind of them. They do appear to have lost an aircraft though at the moment. It's probably suffering from the same problem I had.
Center, this is Easyjet, and we are back in there.
So for anyone that has just joined us, we did have to respawn him back on the runway, which means a few settings are missing in the McDo, but we've reset a lot of the other things, such as fuel, so that was still set to 6 tons, as it would have been.
Défi 006, poursuivez la descente altitude 3000 pieds, le QNH 17.
And we're at flight level 190, cleared up flight level 350. We've been given a direct as well, that'll help. J-Hog, did you miss something? Yeah, all that preparation on the ground, taxiing about to take off, and the PC died. So we've just had to very quickly spawn back in. HD, thanks for letting me know about the stream, but the stream starting soon text. Not quite sure why that hadn't been removed, but there we are.
Turn left heading 080, Air Liberty 580.
Austrian 2404 formality control.
Still sounds like he's lost an aircraft.
Sorry, maintain control Austrian 2404 with you.
2404, no problem. Recycle squawk 5611.
5611, Austrian 2404.
Tell you, mechanic left a spanner in the works. Oh, that'll have been Cholty, our regular mechanic. I'm sure he's never done anything like that. Nick, have we got air traffic control at Madrid now? Fantastic. Right, well, in that case, whilst just keeping an eye on the primary flight display and everything that's going on there, what that means we can do is if we go to the AOC, hit the ATIS, we should be able to get some ATIS information, which is nice. Heinstein, sad we didn't make it during the sunset. Yes, I know. Apologies for that. Miguel, you comfortable flight now from your couch? Excellent. Dark, you should ask for tell Nick should ask for 3-2 left and do a do a what landing? I just want to see if we've got 80 information. Oh, there we go. Right, let's have a look what's happening in Madrid. So, ILS approach, runway 32. Right, that's what I think we've got keyed in, isn't it?
3,000 feet, QNH 1018, Air Liberté 5080.
Let's have a quick look. Check how that approach looks. There it is. Osbin and 32 right. Wonderful. We're all programmed in correctly. And flight level 260 coming up.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct exchange would be greatly appreciated. And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So, Christian, I think, do you know what? I am going to heed your advice to setting the priority to low.
Liberté 5080, turn left heading 050.
See if that solves anything.
Left heading 050, Air Liberté 5080.
Sibérien Mike Bravo, prévoyez l'arrivée, l'approche RNP Delta piste 22 droite.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has now turned off the seatbelt sign and you are now free
Sibérien Mike Bravo, vous pouvez répéter s'il vous plaît, je n'ai pas bien entendu.
Sibérien Mike Bravo, prévoyez l'approche RNP Delta piste 22 droite.
Je prévois l'arrivée RNP 22 droite, Sibérien Mike Bravo.
So, just going back over our fuel again, the planned block fuel. Over to Unicom now. Thank you very much for the service and letting us rejoin as well. Really appreciated. Alpine 3 for Alpha Mike. Good night. What a nice guy. 118.775. That's Manchester. In fact, if I tune my scanner to 118.775, that's the aircraft I normally hear. Right, so back to the operational flight plan and the fuel. So operational flight plan is 5.3. We've taken an extra 700 kilograms. We've got an extra couple of hundred kilograms as the contingency, so 900 kilograms extra. Let's do the fuel checks once we get up to our cruising altitude of 350, and we'll see how that looks. Wayne, it could have just been Murphy's Law or Cole's Law. I tend to go with Sod's Law. Sadly. I really don't know what it is. Because, I mean, you've all, or many of you will have seen streams in the past. And I think Christian's just nailed it. It's a software wonderland. You'll never know what works and what doesn't. And what's really frustrating is that we can do long hauls without any issue at all. So we can be streaming for 7 hours solid, no issues, and then we can do a short 1 hour flight and we can't even make it off the runway. So it is indeed a software wonderland. Wayne, congratulations on the 12,000 subscribers. Thank you very much, Wayne. I've just realised that, actually. Oh wow, that's fantastic. 12,000 subscribers now. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Didn't seem that long ago since we did the 10,000 stream. Mind you, we were closer to 11,000 by the time I got that organised. But yeah, 12,011. Wow. Big thank you to each and every one of you guys for that. That is some great community we're building up now, isn't it? Really, really appreciate each and every one of you that obviously subscribes, enjoys the videos. Eastbirds, and that's in less than a year. That's right, September, wasn't it? I think we joined. I'm sure someone can confirm that on the about page. But yes, September time. So how many months is that? September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, June. 9 months. 9 months. Christian, so the 12k sub achievement was the cause of the PC crash. Now you understand. It might have been, you never know, dear. And we've just got a couple more. Simon Davis and Earworm Music. Thank you very, very much for your continued support. But yeah, 12,000. What a milestone! Really is fantastic. So big thank you to each of you for that. Pilot, how do you get back on the dark mode for the map on the flypad? Mine is bright and it's disturbing during night flights. I could understand why. Is there a setting or something like that showing? Oh, none that I can see just there. There's a brightness. I don't know if you want to turn that down, or actually that's quite neat, isn't it, for night times? I'll definitely do that. There we go. I definitely like it as it is that way. Blizzgreen, how do you use certain airlines on Microsoft Flight Sim? Sorry that we're at Mac Alt Star. So you need to just download the liveries, and the place to go to is a website called flightsim.to. There's Alt Cruise. There we are, we're at our cruising altitude. Yeah, flightsim.to is the place I go, and you just download the liveries. HD, no performance module just yet. Still working on that as far as I'm aware. I'm hopeful that that will come at some point soon. Right, so is this the coastline of France that we can see ahead of us? Love the nighttime views here. Christian, you're thinking about buying an all-in-one PC just to scrap out the GPU for yours. Oh, well, Christian, if you do that, and yeah, HD still needs a PC, I've got some RAM up here, which I can send over his way as well. Super Motorhead 119, good evening. Blaze Green, no problem. Jonathan, you have to go, unfortunately, up early. Have a great flight, and thank you very much. Sorry we didn't get to show you more of it. Silly crash to desktops. Sadly, we know it won't be the last, and it certainly isn't the first.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, we'll be delighted to hear that we're now to give you nice views throughout the flight as we have good weather ahead and shouldn't be experiencing any turbulence. Of course, this means that you will not spill any of your drinks that you may have from the cabin crew as they begin to start making their way around the aircraft. Could you please ensure that the aisles are kept clear so the cabin crew can offer you their cabin service, which will begin shortly. A reminder that Easyjetsimpilot channel members are able to access free drinks throughout the duration of the flight. Thank you, and I invite you to sit back, relax, and enjoy the remainder of the flight.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase from our selection of fresh food available today. Full details can be found in your in-flight brochure. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, and if we could be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
So as we're now 10 miles from Nenda, great opportunity to do our fuel checks. I'm actually just going to turn that up a little bit. There we go. So back to the dispatch, operational flight plan. Zoom in on that, and 20 minutes into the flight. See how we're doing. So technically 1 minute behind schedule, that's fine. About 3.6 tons, and what do we have? We've got just under 4.5, so that's okay. That actually works out quite nicely. So what did I say that we'd let's have a look. What did we took? We took 900 kilograms extra. We've got 4.5, and the OFP said that at this point we should have 3.5. So that's an extra 100 kilograms of fuel we've somehow saved. So that's all right. That's nice and accurate. Just scroll through the SD pages, make sure they're all behaving themselves. Fuel used, bleed air, landing elevation, electrical page, hydraulics. I got concerned when that blue one didn't show just for a second. So fuel used is just over 1.5 tons. That matches with the fuel we got on board and the fuel loaded, so no fuel leaks suspected. APU obviously off. Cabin temperature 24 degrees. All doors still closed and armed, thank goodness. And wheel brakes 20 degrees, no problems there. Flight computers all working, and systems are all normal. So that is all well and good. Now let's have a look. We can probably start getting some weathers for our destination in Madrid, actually, can't we? We're not too far away. Oh, actually, we are. No, we are. We're still probably about 280 miles away, something like that. Maybe a bit less than that. But in terms of en route weathers, then as we're flying along, we can get the weather for Barcelona. Just look at some of the major airports in case we have a problem and have to divert, which actually can happen because in self-loading cargo you do get emergencies. So let's do a weather request. So there's Barcelona, and we can also have a look at Valencia as well. There we go. And send those off. See what's happening. Now we're also at cruise. Get that dome light on so I can see what I'm drinking. On real time as well, so 2041 Zulu time. And that company message has now come through. I don't expect any of these to have bad weather. I think the weather over Europe is pretty great, isn't it, at the moment? Messages received, let's check. So, what have we got at the moment? Oh, beautiful weather in Madrid. And then, should we need to divert at all, Barcelona's fine as well. As is Valencia. Yeah, great weather over Spain at the moment. 296 miles to go. So let's have a look how we're going to be doing the how we're going to be running the approach. So let me just fire Navigraph up just for quickness. I'm actually firing up the charts, which I'll just bring across on screen, as you can now see, rather than using the simulator. The only reason I do that is because I find having to log into the simulator every time is a bit of a pain, isn't it? Right, so things to be aware of as we're coming into Madrid. I can't actually remember if I've landed in Madrid before, or certainly not in VATSIM 2020. Maybe in previous simulators. But Madrid is a handcrafted airport as well, so looking forward to the scenery that we shall see there. So we come in via Terza. It's the Terza 2 Zulu arrival that I'm expecting, and let's just check maximum flight level 120 at Terza, so we need to be down flight level 200, sorry, at Terza. And then at Nosco 140, where is Nosco then? There it is, that's the clearance limit. There we are. So Terza is going to be my first waypoint of interest. Flight level 200. Let's get that into the prog page. There we are. So now that's in, let's just check. It's going to be the top one, isn't it? 195 miles away. Yeah, because it's west, not east. And it's quite obviously not the bottom one. So 192 miles away at the moment. And we want to lose 15,000 feet. By then, let's say that's the maximum, so 15,000 feet, we can look at doing that about 50 miles away. Start that descent. Christian, you find the runway orientation in Madrid a bit weird, possibly something to do with the terrain in the vicinity. Well, quite. So if we have a look as we're actually coming in, two things I want to be aware of on this approach. At Terza, we've obviously got flight level 200. That's fine. Then 140 at Nosco. Then as we're continuing to come down, we have all these clearance limits. So no lower than 10,000 feet until 43.5 miles, and then after passing that, then 6,000 feet until 34.2 miles, and then at Asbin, let me just check this, Asbin 220 knots, again still 6,000 feet, and that is until we come in at this point, 14.3 miles away from Mike Bravo Bravo, which is the ILS DME identifier. So things that I need to put into the RadNav page, I want to pop in the Victor Tango Bravo. So let's just pop that in. I don't know if the flight plan codes these in somehow. It'll possibly be the user points actually. So let's go to the RadNav page, pop in Victor Tango Bravo, pop that in there, and in insert. There we go. And you can't see it, but the Victor Tango Bravo is a VOR down here, 112.7. The identifier, just check that's correct, 112.7, which it is. The other thing I want to be aware of is I know I'm going to be descending in an area with some terrain below me. I want to check minimum off-route altitudes, and that gives me a good grounding of anything that I want to be careful of. So, as we can see at Teresa, 7,000, that's no problem. We're going to be at 20,000 at that point. But then these ones just here, so at Lula, where would that be? Is that on here? That's quite interesting. Oh, actually, bear with me. That might not be right. That might not be right. That might be for a different approach. Ah, yes, it is. Yeah, slightly different approach. So the other thing that I can use is the grid MRAs for that. And we've got. Let me just bring this back in. You can see that. So you can see 7,000 feet, and very good reason why you're not allowed to descend lower than say 10,000 feet, then 6,000 feet, and then on to remain at 6,000 feet until passing the PDT distance 2.7, and it's 5,000 feet the platform altitude. Runway altitude is 1,886, so it's quite a high airport, this, isn't it? If we have a look at what the decision altitude is going to be, 2094. Not often we see them that high, but there it is. Weather is very good, so runway visual range 550 meters, no problems there. Normal 3-degree glide slope, and then given the complexity of the airport, let's have a look at the actual taxi once we arrive. If we've got air traffic control online, so airport and parking stands. Which runway is that? That's 32 left. There we are. So, unless told otherwise, after landing 32 right, we're obviously going to be vacating to the left onto Kilo Alpha, and then we're kind of at the mercy of wherever he decides to send us. I'm going to hope it's not going to be right back down here. HD is about to come on and say, oh yeah, we park at Terminal 1 or Terminal 3 instead of the Terminal 4 South. Is that South? Terminal 4, or do they just call it Terminal 4S? There's no Terminal 4 north of there, is there? Oh, HD, there it is. Terminal 1, I knew it. Wow, what a trek. Okay, well that's going to be a single engine taxi, isn't it? So, let's see if air traffic control will give us that when we get there. At least we know roughly where we're headed. Once there. 32 left would be more sensible. Yeah, I wonder if we can request that. After the delay on the stream I had this evening, I can't afford a 20-minute taxi time. It's worse than Schiphol, that. I'm also unfamiliar with the airport as well, so that's going to be good. How often do you guys get in touch with them, HD, and say, do you know what, we're going to have a long taxi, can we shoot over to the 32 left? How far are we away now? Can't be too far. 229 miles. So, should be on the ground in about 45 minutes.
In just a few moments, we'll commence our in-flight service, offering you the chance to purchase a selection of hot beverages together with drinks and snacks from the bar. We accept payment in pounds, euros, most major currencies, and debit or credit cards. The correct change would be greatly appreciated, And if we can be of any further assistance, then just ask us as we join you in the cabin shortly.
Yes, presumably then, HD, you chuck in a nice arrival to 32 left into the secondary flight plan, and then if you can request it and they clear you for it, you can just ding that one over. Unfortunately, it would probably be too late for me here in the simulator to reconfigure that, just because we know from experience that messing around with a flight plan that close, potentially when you're about to begin the star approach, the flight plan disappears, it sends you back to your destination, to your origin airport, it does all sorts of daft things. So yeah. Danny, yes, I think you're correct. So Ryanair and Easyjet are, I've been told, Terminal 1. Do you know what though? Let me just see. We're far enough away at the moment. So let's see if we can request 32 left. I'm going to send them a private message. So let's just see. So just chat amongst yourselves while I type away a private message to the controller. So, just fired off a private message to the controller, see if we can take 32 left. We'll see if he comes back and gives us that. Christian, can you sidestep in Madrid? Yeah, not tell them. I think they're using the northern runways for departing anyway, so I don't see why we couldn't land 32 left. That will save fuel on the taxi. Oh yeah, could you imagine that? If you did decide to do a sidestep and then had to go around. Oh, fantastic. Let him know our initial contact. That's great. Okay, in that case, let me just reply to him actually. Right, so is the star still the same? I think it will be, but let's have a look. So 32 left Zulu, is that via is that now via the Papa Delta Tango? Let's see. So arrival, it's going to be ILS 32 left Zulu, and still the Terza 2 Zulu, is it? Terza 2 Zulu. Now, is that going to pop us in? Still via, oh, still via Asbin actually. And Asbin's actually showing this time. It didn't show for the other runway, did it? Let's insert that. And check that out. So Asbin, Papa Delta Tango, that's the one. That's all coded in. But the aircraft, where is it going? As you can see, because we changed something, it didn't like it. So let's go back direct to Ramon. There we go, and insert. Check we've got nav. And we'll just pull that, push that. Make sure we've got a nice solid green line. There we are. Happy days. That looks good. 189 miles away. So we shouldn't need to scroll, we can just, because the star was already in, just use the left right arrows to see the initial approach fixes. Oh, fair enough. Can do that next time. I wonder if that would prevent any sort of aircraft turning around and doing daft things, as I think it has something to do with the reselection of the star. Obviously don't reselect it, but just check the initial approach fixes and see how that works. I don't know. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is somewhat of a mystery at times, isn't it? But happy now, we get a much shorter taxi. So I'm going to start setting a few things up. We've got runway 32 left. We're going to be cleared for that. It's going to be the Terza to Zulu. Expecting. And transition altitude is 13,000 feet. Platform altitude is 4,000 feet, so slightly lower. And as we're coming down and in, minimum safe altitude is going to be 5,000 feet. And then our decision altitude, Cat 1, runway visual range, is slightly higher, isn't it, by 50 meters. Is 2203. We'll get the weather in a moment. The ILS frequency is 109.9. Let's see if that's been popped in for us. Just send that weather request off whilst we're doing that, actually. 109.9. That's good. 85 miles. I said I wanted to start that descent around 60 miles away, so that's okay. Elevation of the runway is 1933, and the missed approach is a climb on runway heading to 90 miles Papa Delta Tango. We got that popped in there. Nope, that's the Victor Tango Bravo. Have we got any information on that? Nope, so I'm going to have to pop in Papa Delta Tango in as well. Just for the missed approach. There it is. It's a left-hand turn at a max speed of 185 knots. Check the performance page. So that's going to be flaps 2 to fly the missed approach. And it's actually quite a complicated, let me just show you guys what I'm reading. It's actually quite a complicated procedure on this one. So, left-hand turn at or above 3,000 feet, and then do not climb above 5,000 feet. So 5,000 feet, the missed approach altitude. That is where it's really nice to have them all keyed in for you, isn't it? In the go-around track. Because that would have to be, if things went wrong here, that would have to be some classy raw data flying. Eastbird's not going to, no need to plan for a missed approach, it's not going to happen. We've seen it happen, it's happened a couple of times. Mark 456, good evening, sir. Hope you're well. The runway visual range may be higher due to a very long displaced threshold, so there's another threat. Yeah, fair point, and again, just from looking, we can see just there. So Keep an eye on those the PAPI guidance systems. HD ask for radar vectors. Right, let's just see progress page. Okay, we need to start that descent as well. So we're now heading down to flight level 200. We'll set that going, and then we'll pop in the weather information into the McDo. So flight level 200.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Thrust idle, open descent, 200 blue.
We'll shortly be starting our descent into our destination, at which point the cabin crew will start preparing for our arrival. If you could please make sure that all the aisles are clear, the cabin crew are able to make their way around the aircraft without any luggage in the aisles, that would be most appreciated. A reminder for our Easyjetsimpilot members that free drinks are still available from the cabin crew until the seatbelt signs are turned on. Please note, however, that the toilets will shortly go out of use. Thank you.
Hope you heard that, guys. Toilets shortly out of rooms. Eastbirds, I'll probably just walk into a snoring anyway. Cripes, I hope she doesn't watch these streams. 1018 to the QNH. And temperature. Just to let you know, the in real life procedures right now 3 to right only. I'll still let you do it, but in case you want to simulate realism. What he doesn't know is I am simulating realism by having a shorter taxi. I'll finish this and I'll reply to him. Temperature is 30. God, that's nice and warm. Wind is 2607. Transition altitude 13,000. And the barrow is 2203. There we go, and we're 40 miles from Teresa. So we'll just message the controller back. So if we get the constraints on, well, that's strange to see that constraint's missing. I suppose it's not really a constraint, it's more a descent profile planning rather than an actual constraint. But the Teresa 2 Zulu, we want to be flight level 200 maximum at Teresa. So that's okay. Let's just check that out. There we are, what are we? We're about 37 miles away. Oh, okay, so they normally don't do it in night ops. Ah, right, so had we been coming in the daytime, that would have been fine, but it won't be an issue. Oh, he's very kind. We've had 2 fantastic controls on VATSIM this evening. In fact, we can give him a call, can't we? We're only 30 miles away from Teresa. So that frequency then for the approach is 11875.
Luna Romeo, pista 36 derecha, autorizado a despegar.
Autorizado a despegar con la 36 derecha, en el local de
G345, continúa descenso 6000 pies, nivelado sobre Asbin, vuele directo a Asbin.
Porque yo el 36000 pies vola directo a su IC 345.
Madrid approach, good evening, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, passing flight level 250 for 200 to be level at Terza.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, muy buenas, Madrid. Expect the ILS approach Zulu runway 32 left. Descend to flight level 140.
Expect ILS approach runway 32 left, descend flight level 140, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Oh, I don't believe this. Do you know what? The batteries have just gone in the mouse. It's not the first time that's happened. Thankfully, I now have replacements to hand. We've had this happen before, haven't we? Seriously, tonight's flight has just been doomed from the start. Let's just pop that in and hope that it springs back to life. Oh dear. Okay, I have no control. I actually have no control. Oh, seriously guys, what's happening? The mouse appears to be working, but it's not actually moving. Come on, mouse. Do your thing.
Speedbird 1880, descend to 5,000 feet.
Descending to 5,000 feet, Speedbird 1880.
What's really annoying is I can't even see the chat at the moment.
Speedbird 1880, turn right heading 300, cleared ILS approach Zulu runway 32 right, speed is yours.
Joe, the mouse is working according to the...
0 for 32 right Zulu and speed is mine, Speedbird 1880.
I've got lights on the mouse.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, fly direct to VATSIM.
And nothing's working. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, we've got a hardware failure at the moment. Can we hold flight level 200 for the moment?
Okay, maintain flight level 200 and advise if you need any help.
Roger, we'll try and fix the problem. If not, we will have to disconnect Alpine 3400.
No problem.
Do you know, I actually got these batteries out yesterday because I knew it was a while since we had this problem, and I think it's trying to get them working during the actual whilst the sim is on. I'm just jinxed. It's... good lord. I have no way to gain control of the aircraft. What the heck are we going to do? I have no way of actually disconnecting from VATSIM. I know I've told him I'm going to disconnect from VATSIM. I don't see how that's going to happen. I can't move the mouse. I can't even... he's messaging me. Poor guy. I can't even respond to him. I don't even know if I've got a wired mouse knocking about anywhere. Even if I did, I'm not even sure I've got a connector that I can plug it into. What's that? Ah, hang on. Right, okay. To the back and beyond of the PC. This is where I choke myself on cables. See what we can find. I'll probably knock the internet out at the same time. Let's see if we can get a USB cable in anywhere.
Easy 345, vire por derecha, rumbo 230, vectores
Oh, I have control. I have control.
Version 15 Alpha, welcome to Madrid, taking left.
Easy 34 Alpha Mike, we have control again. Correction, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. If we can carry on, let us know where you'd like us to go.
Present. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike Radar, I'm glad. Descend to 13,000, 13,000 feet, QNH 1018, and fly direct to Aspen.
Direct to Asban and descend 13,000, 1018, the QNH for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Speedbird 1880, the Madrid winds 260 degrees at 7 knots, runway 32 right, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 32 right, Speedbird 1880.
Virgin 15 Alpha, is there any sense like?
Just a stand in front of us for Virgin 15 Alpha.
Just idle, open descent, and let's start heading down, shall we?
Taxi to 618 by Kilo Charlie, Virgin 15 Alpha.
HD, you're abandoning me now. Be sure to watch this back later. It's like the barge of the damned, this flight. Oh, there's so many wires around me now, that's annoying. Right, let's see if we can rescue this, shall we, chaps? Do you know what? The flight's been so bad. Let's get the seatbelt sign on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the captain has turned on the fasten seatbelt sign. If you could please return to your seats and ensure that your seatbelt is securely fastened. If you are traveling to the next
Okay, so approach minimums are set. Engine mode select is normal. Electronic flight bag is stowed. We've breached our approach and our taxi.
Thank you.
And we're back on. Oh, we've had to do some rescuing tonight, haven't we? Right, let's just check these minimum safe altitudes. We should be fine. So we're direct Aspen, which is the final approach fix. I need to check this descent profile. So 52 miles away at the moment.
Barajas, aproximación. Buenas tardes, este es el Portugal 1024 con usted pasando 13000 pies.
Portugal 1024, muy buenas, Madrid, descenso para.
Oh, I'm really annoyed that the battery, that I couldn't get the mouse working, particularly as I got the spare batteries out ready for when that happened.
Ok, descendemos para 8000 pies con H1018 y esperamos el ILS de la pista 3 de
Profile wise, we're not doing too bad as well.
104, muy buenas.
Madrid approach, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Any speed restrictions for us?
And Speedbird 34 Alpha Mike, the lead speed restrictions continue descent to 6,000 feet, leveled over Aspen, QNH 1018.
6,000 feet at Aspen, QNH 1018 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Europa 6013, vuele directo a
6,000 blue.
Directo a Nando, Europa 6013.
I think we're definitely going to keep this wired one just tucked away at the back to make sure.
Portugal 1024, vuele directo a Tobec.
Directo a Tobec, el Portugal 104.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the flight deck, you may have noticed that we've just begun our final descent into our destination. If you could now assist the cabin crew by tidying up your tray table and handing them any litter as they come around, that would be most appreciated.
Speedbird 1880, welcome to Madrid, vacate left, Kilo Charlie, and standard 616 next to the traffic.
The aircraft toilets are now out of use.
Vacating go by Kilo Charlie,
Easyjetsimpilot. Please contact a member of your cabin crew who
Y 345 vire por derecha rumbo 300, autorizado aproximación ILS Zulu pista 32 derecha, notifique establecido.
Oh, shame that toilet's out of use. Could really have used that. I think I remembered why I didn't use this mouse for simming. It's because the scroll wheel isn't very accurate. So, something else to throw into the mix.
06013, suba a nivel de vuelo 300.
Subiendo a 300, Europa 6013.
10,000 feet, let's get those landing lights on. And start getting ready to land.
Airport con 1024, continuo descenso a 6.000 pies, QNH 1019.
Continuamos descenso a 6.000 pies con el 109, el Portugal 104.
So guys, if you've enjoyed all the chaos of this stream this evening, please do hit the
now at Madrid 1019.
hit the like button on the stream. Would really appreciate that.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, turn right heading 240, vectors ILS runway 32 left.
Right heading 240 for ILS vectors 32 left, Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. So we're in heading mode 240. And we can just slow that descent rate down a little bit now. Daniel, not very far at all, Daniel.
Restricciones de velocidad.
Should be on the ground in about 15 minutes.
Cancelamos restricción de velocidad de Portugal 10.
Y 345, Madrid vientos 250 grados 6 nudos, pista 32 derecha, autorizado a aterrizar.
Localización el localizador, pista 32 derecha, autorizado para aterrizar, y 345.
So we just need to watch. Having said that, I was going to say we just need to watch to make sure the aircraft continues to go where I want it to when passing the decel point. However, we're in heading mode, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, continue descent to 5,000 feet.
Continue descent to 5,000 feet for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Hay nuestro 18730 para abordar el avión.
Nuestro 1730, muy buenas, Madrid, te copio 5.
So you can see the bright lights of Madrid there, also illuminating a little bit of cloud. That's quite nice to see.
Airport 1024, descenso 6.000 pies, vire por derecha rumbo 090.
Descenso 6.000 pies, viramos derecha rumbo 090 del aeropuerto 104.
Hay nuestro 18730 en stand
So all we're doing now is concentrating, making sure we're 6,000 feet by Aspen. We've got the ILS has now just been picked up.
Nuestro 1730 está autorizado
So that's okay.
a Nice vía ruta
Probably
plan,
just slow the
salida
descent rate
Pinar
down a
2
little bit
Romeo
more.
por
And are we in the approach phase of the flight? Not
Pinar
yet.
2 November, pista 36 izquierda.
We can activate that. So that's now done. So we've activated the approach phase, but still holding 250 knots for the time being.
Pues autorizados a Niza por Pinar 2 November, pista activa la 36 izquierda, inicial de tras de 1000 pies, respondemos en 4431.
So what I'm expecting in around 10 miles time is a right-hand turn to intercept the ILS.
1019.
You can see aircraft, I don't know if it's aircraft lights or runway lights strobing itself away over there. As it is a handcrafted airport, I'm going to just turn the first officer screens down. Get
Alpine
some
36
frame
Alpha
backs.
Mike, continue descent to 4,000 feet, turn right heading 260.
Descend altitude 4,000, right heading 260 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Airport Gol 1024, continúe descenso 5.000 pies y me reporta altitud indicada. Europa 6013, radar desconectado, Unicom 122.
4,000 blue. And let's start slowing our aircraft down a little bit now.
Buenas noches, hasta luego.
Chao. Airport Gol 1024 Madrid.
Airport 1024, perdone, prosiga.
1024, descenso a 5.000 pies y velocidad indicada.
There's the ILS
5,000
and
pies y
localizer
velocidad indicada
and glide slope.
2,
Sorry, now in
vacío
place.
50. El aeropuerto 104.
$19 miles out. Darketta, hand fly the whole ILS, did you? Wow.
180 indicada.
180 indica el aeropuerto 104.
Radio altimeter is alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will shortly be landing. Please ensure your cabin
Alpine
bag is
34
safely
Mike,
stowed with your laptop
heading
inside.
290,
Your
clear
tray
Dallas
table
for
must be
Zulu runway 3
stowed,
to left.
armrests down, and window blind open. You now need to be seated with
Right
your
heading
seatbelt
290,
fastened,
clear
ready
Dallas
for
approach
landing.
runway
Please
32
help
left,
by
wood approach
handing in any
established.
rubbish,
Alpine
newspapers,
35
or
Mike.
magazines that you do not want to take.
Airport Gol 1024, vire por izquierda rumbo
So we're on the localizer.
Por
And there we
izquierda
can see the
07,
airport.
104.
And traffic on TCAS.
Airport Gol 1024, correcto, y continúe reduciendo velocidad para 170.
Continuamos reducción de velocidad 170, el aeropuerto 104.
So we'll level off at 4,000 feet and capture the glide slope. Flaps 1. And Alt Star. Set 190 knots. We're still 14 miles away, so that's okay.
Cabin crew seats for landing.
And as soon as we see the glide slope starting to move, we shall get flaps 2 out. There we go. Lock, star, turn on the approach, and autopilot 2. So we now got glide slope blue, lock, star, cat 3 dual, autopilot 1 and 2. There's the runway lights ahead of us.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, confirm established, localizer 3 to left.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike is now fully established on 3-2 left.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike to maintain 170 knots or greater till 6 DME. Winds 250 degrees at 6 knots, runway 3 to left, cleared land.
Maintain 170 knots or greater till 6 miles DME and cleared land 3-2 left. Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Airport Gol 1024, vire por izquierda rumbo 050, autorizado aproximación ILS Zulu, pista 32 derecha, notifique establecido.
050 y autorización es slow pista 32 derecha, notificamos establecidos el aeropuerto 104.
Por izquierda 350, 350.
Por izquierda
Okay,
350,
so flaps 2.
Easy 345, bienvenido a Madrid. Y a Kilo Charlie a la posición 616 con el tráfico de
170 knots.
Compañeros.
7 miles. I will start slowing down at 6 miles, dear me.
Sería Kilo Charlie, posición 6 con tráfico de compañía.
Glide slope is about to be captured. There we go, glide slope captured. Missed approach altitude 5,000 feet is set. And 6 miles, let's start configuring. So, to manage speed,
Portugal 1024,
landing gear
velocidad,
down,
discreción, notifique
spoilers
estabilizado 3
armed,
derecha.
turn on the lights.
No te fuimos establecido de Chile, Portugal 104.
No traffic on frequency, be aware Madrid closing in 5 minutes.
And 5 miles, flaps 3. We need to ding that cabin crew again. And flaps full. And we can see the long displaced threshold as well there, so we'll keep an eye on those pappies and the glide slope, of course. 1,000 feet. Autopilot 1 and 2 off. I have control.
Portugal 1024, tráfico en final 2 millas de la paralela. Madrid vientos 250 grados 6 nudos, pista 32 derecha, autorizado a aterrizar.
Just dropped a little bit below the glide slope, not very much, so just tease that back a little to get that back on profile. There we go, that's better. 700 feet per minute.
400.
That's looking okay.
100 above. 300.
Listos para la puesta en marcha y de suceso.
Minimum.
Continue.
8730.
Air Nostrum 8730, retroceso y puesta en marcha aprobada encarando el sur.
Slight correction again.
Encarando al sur, Air Nostrum 8730.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
And we're down. Reverse is on. Decel. Where's the white lines in the middle of this runway? 70 knots, reverse is off. And we'll vacate left.
Ladies and gentlemen, the cabin crew will shortly be leaving their seats to perform safety-related duties. However, we ask that you remain seated until the fasten seatbelt sign has been switched off. Portable electronic devices for messaging, calls or internet access may now be used. Please make sure that you take all your personal belongings with you, checking in the seat pocket, underneath the seat.
Alpine 34 off Mike 1, park with the company traffic or terminal 3?
Is not permitted until you reach a designated smoking area.
If we can take terminal 3, that would be fantastic for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike.
Our ground crew.
Alpine 34 Alpha Mike, Alpha to the south,
For the latest
gate
news,
4,
promotions,
and
flight
terminal
and
3.
destination information, check out our official Facebook page, Twitter, or Easyjet app.
To the south to gate 4, terminal 3 for Alpine 34 Alpha Mike. Many thanks. Okay, I need to clean up as well. Let's get the strobe lights off. Start that APU. and now a right hand turn. And I need some signs to help me with where we're headed. Very unfamiliar with the with the airport. But let's see. So to Terminal 3. This is
traffic on frequency Madrid radar closing. Traffic no factor for any planes airborne. Frequency changes approved. Have a good night.
Alpha and Golf.
Good night.
And we'll get ourselves over to
Muy buena.
Terminal 3. Terminal 1, 2 and 3 all very close together on the south side of the airfield. This airport's massive, isn't it? I also have a feeling I may have taken a wrong turn here. I think I was a little further down the runway than I thought. We'll find out in a second. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for flying with us tonight. So far, we've had a crash on takeoff. We've had a loss of control due to mouse batteries, and we've got lost at the terminal. Other than that, it's been a grand flight. We do hope you join us again. Where on earth is Lima Alpha? There's Lima Fox, Lima Alpha. Oh boy! Oh wow! Okay. Right, I know where we are. Oh, good lord. Sorry chaps. Oh, well that just sums the stream up tonight. Fuel truck? Yeah, let's run you over as well. I mean, why not? I tell you, there's a reason why you use Navigraph to assist with taxiing and turn on the live location. Yeah, fair point. I can understand why. Right, so we're coming down on Alpha now. We're going to come all the way down here until we see Golf 5 or Golf 4 on the left. Continue down, then make a right. It's coming to airports that I'm not familiar with in the dark. It's never a great idea, is it? But here's the terminal that we're heading for. So that's Alpha, and just is this Golf? I'm pretty certain there's more than just Golf there. There's Golf 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Give us a clue. Dark, yeah, I'm lost. You still here? Do you want to come and give us a progressive taxi? First spot over there at Terminal 3. I'm taking it. He wanted me to go to stand 5, wherever on earth that is. Oh, I do see where it is. Right, okay. Not lost, just giving a grand tour. Yeah, why didn't I think of putting it like that? Okay, we'll make a right-hand turn here. Nick, now that Navigraph is integrated, would you consider using the follow me button for the charts? I'd use it, particularly if it's a place like this, which I don't know where I'm going. I'd definitely use it.
Madrid traffic, nostro 1730,
The problem is actually I'm not signed in. I forgot about that. I'm not signed in. I was at the start of the flight, but then because everything crashed, I didn't sign in again. So that's another reason. Okay, we'll make a left here and then get those lights off. Oh, you mean on the airport map? Oh, well, we could do, couldn't we? Forgot about that. Where's the taxi line gone? That's disappeared. Come back. Why has someone put a filing cabinet right at the end of the taxi line? There we go. Oh. Welcome to Madrid, Barajas. Let's get that parking brake on. Oh, it's not been the greatest of flights. It's been great entertainment value for you guys, I'm sure. But it's just been frustrating tonight, hasn't it? But there we go. Wayne, have I been on the Disaronno? Not yet, I think is the sensible answer to that. I've just shut the engines down and I didn't get the logbook. That's nice. Unusual, but nice. There we go. Right, let's open up the pushback mod. Let's get the aircraft jetway. There we go. And do we have any ground vehicles coming to our aid this evening? Oh, there we are. They're all coming now. They know we need help. External power is on. APU can come off. That's it. Jobs are good. We're home dry for the night. How I miss long haul Mondays and no crash to desktops. Beautiful. Right guys, thank you so much for sticking with me on what was one of the most frustrating streams that we've ever had to endure. But a big kudos to the VATSIM ATCs. First of all at Montpellier for letting us hop back in once the stream died. Really kind of them to let me do that. And then here at Madrid for letting us take the shortcut, which we then turned into a waste of fuel by getting lost. So, lessons to be learnt as always. 1. Make sure you've got a wired mouse as backup. 2. Don't just charge 2 batteries, make sure you've got 4 batteries to hand, and then when they still don't work, throw things. Then you may get back in. So even with that, we have managed to get down, but there we go. Right, thank you very much for watching guys. A big thank you to those that have flown alongside me as well on VATSIM. You must have been here hours waiting for me. A big thank you to all the Easyjetsimpilot channel members for your continued support of the channel, and a big thank you to each and every one of you. Actually, we've passed over 12,000 subscribers, which is fantastic. That happened a little bit earlier on today, so that's really fantastic that that's happened. It's just unbelievable. Really great. I look forward to seeing you all on the next flight. Let's hope that will be a little more trouble-free with regards to that. Fingers crossed. We'll all have a good one tomorrow. I'll see you then. Good night, everyone, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, the captain, the first officer and the crew, I'd like to thank you once again for choosing to fly with Easyjet today. If you would like to become a member of the Easyjetsimpilot channel, please ask a member of the cabin crew, or simply click the red join button to find out about all the extra perks that are available when becoming a channel member. We wish you a safe and pleasant journey from the airport, and we hope you have a great day to come. Thank you very much, and we look forward to seeing you on the next flight. Bye-bye.